next one, we've gone down to goal of the season. So this is one that's quite contentious. There's one that I actually disagree with Leicester City about this one. Dan, we'll hand over to you first. But what would be your goal of the season? Because there's quite a few.
I'll hold my hand up here because I honestly don't know which one the club got voted on by the club and which they picked.
Tillerman's Man United, I think it was.
Was it? Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have picked that one, and I won't pick that one. I think I got to give it to Maddison against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup. Won the ball back high up the pitch. He dribbles past Fabinho, I think it was, maybe it was Thiago, and then from about 25, 28 yards out, just laces it into the top corner.
Interesting. That's one actually I didn't have down, but it's a good one to think of. Alex, what would you think for goal of the season?
No, you got to come back to me. I'm trying to think right now.
No problem. Well, I'll come back to you in a bit. Hopefully, with some inspiration will hit you, or I'll give you a couple of reminders if not as well. Glenn, have you got anyone for this one as well? Because I know we've mentioned Tillemans against Man United. Great goal, but I wouldn't have it as my goal of the season.
I'd even put that down as a great attempted shot cross.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, a great goal. And
yeah.
If he did mean it, then hands up, great, phenomenal goal. I wanted to go a bit sort of like left field-ish with this, and it was partly not only for the goal, but also something to do with the celebration as well. I mean, like you say, there's been some great goals this season. I mean, even Brentford home and away had 3 goals on their own out of the goals in those that were fantastic. I mean, you had Yuri had a thunderbolt in that one, which was phenomenal. Just everybody loves a good thunderbolt goal. That may well be the people's choice. There was Madder's trademark free kick in one of those games as well, and then there's my choice was Castagne's postage stamp goal. I think that it'd be labelled as simple but effective. He came in for the edge of the area. He instantly knew what he was going to do, and you can see that he nudged it slightly further in field to take out the central defender who would have been slightly in the way otherwise. So he pushed it out to the side. He then just laced it and lasered into the top corner, giving the keeper no chance. But then going on to the Sally, he then ran off and he had that holy shit moment with his hands over his head, like, oh my God, what did I just do? And that in itself sort of like did it for me. The fact that he doesn't score that many, but he's a great defender, and I do like a good goal from a defender. So I'll give it to Timmy for his goal against Brentford.
Good show.
Interesting. That's one that I've got down as well. And again, the Tillemans versus Brentford one that's probably still travelling if the net wasn't there and the stand wasn't there. It was unbelievable how he hit that one. Another couple of ones again. I'll hand over to you, Alex, if you've got any more that you can think of. If not, I've got a couple more maybe that you could expand on.
Was going through Rolodex and I remember vaguely was it the Albrighton goal against Rennes? I think it was because nobody expected a goal like an absolute belter from Albrighton. Let's be serious here. I'm pretty sure Vardy was screaming Kevin as loud as he could. But just I think the whole the way we like I said, the run of play, and then out of any player to score a goal like that, it's Albrighton. And I think just that everyone calls him nobody really gives him the credit that he's due because when he does play, he can really help the squad in so many ways. And I think that just that one goal I still remember, just the way that it went in. And we talk about those types of goals. Maddison scores those goals, Vardy scores those goals, or Barnes, or nobody says Albrighton. And for me, I still think about it was just a really nice goal. And coming from a player like Albrighton, I think you got to give credit where credit is due.
Give us the lead too in the first leg of a European tie. That's
exactly
big.
Yeah, and it sat again. It came across from Barnes, and it was like, it's there for you to hit. Go on. And half the crowd was going, oh no, it might just ping into the stands, and he absolutely laced it, which is brilliant. I've got two more.
I was gonna say if it was in Ndidi, it'd be like to the moon.
Rosie.
It'll be Ndidi, or it will be the same shot. Like it would. Ndidi's just got that in him. He's just. Yeah, it's just unbelievable. I think the two that I've got actually is a player that we've mentioned before for a couple of awards as well. Both of his goals, KDH. I've got KDH against Napoli for the way he took down that goal, and he scored it beautifully, his first ever goal for Leicester City.
Yeah.
And the second one I've got is KDH for Crystal Palace. If you remember a couple of weeks, if for the second goal we went 1-0 up because of, I think, Maddison, and then KDH loops it over the keeper on his back. Had no right to go for it. So that's the one I've got. Again, I've got the Brentford one. I've got the Tielemans Brentford one as well. Liverpool. So I've got quite a few. But again, if you had to choose any of one of them, Dan, which one would you choose?
I guess it's a tough one. I mean, I if we set aside the Maddison one I mentioned, then I would probably say, like Glenn said, everybody loves a thunderbolt, and I loved the way Tielemans hit that one at Brentford. I couldn't get over it. I mean, you don't hit a ball better than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good one. Alex, would you say any other ones, or what would you say? Because again, we're trying to come to a conclusion on this one. I know this one's going to be a divisive one.
I think I'm going to go with the Yuri one because I'm pretty sure that was the one that I downloaded off of one of the Twitter download video accounts and officially got my account suspended for sharing data, for sharing video. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to go with that one because that was the one that killed my first Twitter account.
That's biggest L of the season, isn't it? In terms of that, but yeah. Okay, we've got that one. Glenn, would you agree with that on Tielemans? Because again, there's so many good ones this season.
Yeah, I think if I wasn't going for Castagne's postage stamp, then I think I would go for Tielemans Thunderbolt.
Can I just say about the Castagne one? I agree with you. My favorite thing about that goal, other than it being a solid hit, is just that nobody's more surprised than Timmy Castagne.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mendy running behind him looked like he just like you wouldn't see that face on him if you saw somebody get struck by lightning. It was just it was hilarious.
Yeah. So again, we give it again to Tielemans, but for another goal that he's going to again get Brentford. I'm not sure that I agree with people who say the Man United one was the best, but the Tielemans one versus Brentford, again, fantastic goal.